And welcome back. And here we are with our preview of the 2024 NCAA Outdoor Division 1 season. This video, we're going to focus primarily on the women's competition. And our next video, which should be coming out the following day, it will be on the men. And we will begin with our traditional format, our four-leg format. And our first leg will be sprints and hurdles. Leg two will be distance. Third leg will be jumps, and our anchor leg will be throws. So we split up the field events a little bit, and also part of the anchor leg will be the multi-event competition. So let's just get started right away. In the sprints and hurdles, leg one, we'll look at the 100-meter dash, and we see a lot of quality talent returning compared with last season. I think it was pretty much we knew it was Julian Alfred all the way. And this season there is a bit of an open field, but I think the favorites are Brianna Liston of LSU and Kayla Jackson of Georgia. Again, the SEC very strong in the sprints area, and I think that will be even more so this season. They return a lot of fast talent on the women's side. And then transitioning up to the 200-meter dash, I think it'll be between Jamija Ford of South Carolina, Mackenzie Long of Ole Miss, and Brianna Liston also of LSU. So I think Liston will be better outdoors in the 200. She didn't really run a 200 um, indoors, but let's remember that she was, a heavy 200-meter recruit. She ran a 22.5 in high school and a headwind. So this was a really talented 200-meter sprinter that I think has yet to really show us what's in the tank. And with things kind of coming together, in the shorter distance, I think she'll be a more complete sprinter this outdoor season. I think, however, it is going to be very difficult for her to beat Jamija Ford. I think Mackenzie Long is also an eye to keep on. Mackenzie Long has a sub 22 effort, and it's, become a regular thing to see a sub 11 performer, but now I think it's going to also be a regular thing to see a sub 22 performer because I think that's what it's going to take to win. And I think Mackenzie Long, based on time, really should be the favorite. But Jamija Ford has a one-on-one win against her, and I think will do just fine outdoors. In fact, probably better. Then in the 400, I'm looking at Amber Anning of Arkansas, Rosie F. Young of Arkansas, and Nikisha Price of Arkansas. I think outdoors it'll be a sweep. Again, as I said it in the indoor season, this reminds me of the South Carolina teams under Coach Curtis Fry and the Texas teams under Bev Kearney when they used to just have a bevy of great quarter milers. Arkansas has kind of entered that mode, and I think that's not going to change for a while. Um, Moving up to the 100-meter hurdles, I think it'll be Jasmine Jones of USC, Grace Stark of Florida, and Aaliyah Armstrong of LSU. Grace Stark hasn't really been able to put together a full outdoor season that matched a great indoor season because remember, she was injured in 2020 to outdoors. Slow start to indoors in 2023, but had a pretty solid outdoors 2023, but not where I thought matched her talent. She had such a great indoor season this year. I think this is the opportunity for her to really break out. I mean, possibly 12.4, 12.5 in the 100 hurdles. Jasmine Jones is just the next latest star for USC, and we saw her indoors run that 7.77. And then Aaliyah Armstrong, we know she has the speed. Things didn't kind of click all the way indoors, but outdoors she has a national title. She is the defending champion. So expect for Aaliyah Armstrong to really bring it outdoors. In the 400 hurdles, I had the defending champion Savannah Sutherland of Michigan and Chastity Pickett of Campbell. It was nice to see Pickett stay at Campbell and not move on to a bigger program. She's at Campbell University, a smaller school. However, they got her to a 54-second 400 hurdle. She should not have changed, and she didn't. She stuck with what she knew. Really smart for her, and I think Savannah Sutherland had such a phenomenal indoor season. I think we're in for a treat come outdoors. Now, moving to the second leg, our distance events. I think the 800 will probably be very interesting because I cannot sit here with you and say, oh, I guarantee that Juliet Whitaker of Stanford will win the 800 just because she beat Michaela Rose indoors. Indoors and outdoors are two very different races. Indoors, it's 4 laps, outdoors, it's two. And that may play to Michaela Rose's advantage. And I think that some revenge is on her mind. She was literally the talk of 800, especially on this blog. So I think that I'm gonna have Juliet Whitaker Stanford versus Michaela Rose of LSU, but I'm not gonna pick which one will win just yet. We need to see how the outdoor season shapes out. In the 1500, I think it's defending champion Maya Ranson of Harvard and former indoor mile champion Olivia Howe of Texas. I know, shocking that I put her there, but I don't think Olivia Howe has been, I don't think she was really pushed for that type of indoor season. I think her training really was being led towards a great outdoor season since she's transferred from Illinois. But I think this is where we'll see Olivia Howe shine this outdoor season. In the steeplechase, I really only have one name because there's still, remains to be seen. I think it's Olivia Markusich of Notre Dame. I don't think she's the defending champion. I don't think there's anyone else really kind of within her orbit. I think she is the star of this event and will continue to be the star. The 5K, I have obviously Parker Valby of Florida, and I should leave it just there because I think she's going to run away with it. But a name that I want to put there, just as a dark horse, is Amina Matug of Duke. Just keep an eye on her, but I do think this will be Parker Valby running away. It's very clear her talent. She's been, solid since she arrived at Florida and has not, changed. She's always been one or two. And as of lately, she's been one. She's breaking collegiate records. I mean, literally smashing them and lapping super talented women. But I think this Parker Valby is just simply a superior athlete, and I think this will be another feather in her cap, another NCAA title. In the 10K, I think it'll be, and this is a kind of an open event. I think Everlyn Kimboy of Utah Valley, we haven't seen her yet. Remains to be seen if she's still at Utah Valley. Everlyn Kimboy had a great season. Also, Hilda Olamomoy of Alabama. Alabama, although they lost their distance coach to Florida, clearly have not missed a beat because they're still producing great long distance runners. And Olamomoy is a very talented 10K runner, so we'll see her do well. And she may end up being a champion if there's no Everlyn Kimboy. Moving to our third leg, our jumps, this is where things get really fun because we have, some very serious big names. And then we'll start with the high jump. You have Rachel Glenn of Arkansas, Lamara Diston of Texas A&M, and Charity Huffnagel of Kentucky. I know Huffnagel has been kind of missing in action. She's been competing, but she has not performed to the same level that she did last outdoor season. She is the defending champion when she was not Charity Huffnagel, but Charity Griffith, and she was at Ball State. Now she's at Kentucky in more challenging environment. I'm hoping things round out because I would like to see her defend her title. But Rachel Glenn of Arkansas had one of the best indoor championships I've seen, and Lamar Diston had a great indoor season. They both are collegiate record holders. So what can we expect outdoors from them? But a collegiate record. So I think it'll be a great competition. In the pole vault, I have Hannah Mole of Washington and Chloe Timberg of Rutgers. That was 1-3 indoors, but I do think Timberg will kind of avenge herself. I think she'll have a better outdoor appearance than she did indoors. She is stoutly built, as you've seen in previous pictures on this channel. But I think that Hannah Mole of Washington clearly proved that she's not afraid of anyone as a freshman. She doesn't seem to care. She won that national championship anyway and was our 15-foot jumper, and I think she'll improve upon that outdoors. In long jump, I know that she was kind of MIA at the championship. She did not have a great championship meet, but I still think outdoors she is going to be a handful, and that's Akeelia Smith of Texas. You just cannot ignore a talent like that. I'm aware that Sydney Willis of Iowa State, I have her listed here too, won the indoor title. Akeelia Smith is a 23-foot jumper, so we can't ignore that. And I think Claire Bryant of Florida will be in the mix. Who knows? This could be an opportunity for her to PR and finally get to 23 feet and maybe even beat Akeelia Smith. I think she has a better chance of beating Akeelia Smith than Sydney Willits if Akeelia Smith is fully healthy. In the triple jump, I have Rhea Lastman of Texas Tech, Amelia Shostrand of San Jose State, and of course, Smith of Texas. She is the runner-up returning. She only lost to Jasmine Moore of Florida, who was the NCAA record holder. I think you can't ignore Ruta Lastmain. She has been my favorite, and I'm not going to take her from that. I think she still is the favorite, but I think Shostrand and Smith will have something to say this outdoor season. Now, moving to the anchor leg and looking at the throwing events, the shot put, I have Maya Lesnar of Colorado State and Jelani Davis of Ole Miss. I'm aware of the other talent that's in the field, but I think Maya Lesnar and Jelani Davis proved themselves this indoor season that they're kind of a cut above. I think we can't ignore the throwing talent that is Davis, and Maya Lesnar looks the part of a great thrower and has performed that way. So I don't think that will change come this outdoor season. In the discus, I have Alita Van Dalen of Florida and Kasia Marie Linforce of now Cal. She was at Florida State. Found that interesting that she did transfer to the other side of the country. But Cal has produced some NCAA champions in their throwing event, so this is probably a very good move for Kasia Marie Linforce. But I think Alita Van Dalen is looking to have a better outdoor season than she had indoors. Even though her indoor season was still pretty strong, she just didn't come away with any gold, and I think this will be the opportunity for her to get gold. She is also a name to mention in the shot put, but I think the discus is clearly her better event. The hammer, I have Stephanie Ratcliffe, who is now of Georgia. She's the defending champion. She was at Harvard, but she has a lot of eligibility left because obviously not only does she have eligibility from COVID, but Harvard took Ivy League took 2 years off. So she has about, what, 3 years of eligibility? She has a lot of eligibility left, and she's in grad school at Georgia. Great decision on her part. I think you can't ignore her success already. She is the defending champion. And I have put Emma Robbins of Kansas State. I think the hammer is really Ratcliffe's event to lose. I think she's probably the only name to mention, but I don't think we can ignore Emma Robbins of Kansas State, who was previously a couple years ago at LSU, but Kansas State, that transfer proved to be very beneficial to her. In the javelin, I think it'll be a 1-2 finish. I have Leanna Davidson and Caitlin Fairchild of Texas A&M. This has been an event that they have done very well at the past couple years. They have really done a great job of producing javelin, both men and women, and I think this is another year for that for them. And in the heptathlon, I have the defending champion, Pippi Lotta Enoch of Oklahoma. Even though she was, not really a major factor indoors, she did earn All American honors, and that's a pentathlon. This is a heptathlon. The events suit her better. Christine Blazovica of Texas, I have as the runner up. I do really, really think it'll be Enoch. I'm not ignoring Jaden O'Brien of Notre Dame. I just don't think when it comes to the hep, she's has as much depth and performance level of Pippi Lotta Enoch or Christine Blazovica. It'll be an interesting championship because this is the last time that Oklahoma and Texas will be in the Big 12, and neither of them may even compete at the Big 12 championship. So we'll see. And I think that it'll be a great competition come championship meet. But I think all year long, we're going to have some pretty eye popping performances in the hep. We have a lot of really talented heptathletes this year. It's not like in previous years where it was one or two. And I know I mentioned two here. I think this is probably a field where it's about 8 deep who have a legit shot at the national title. So this will be a very competitive year for the hep. And I'm not gonna, preview any relays just yet. I think it'll be a great year for the 4x1 and 4x4. I think 4x1 is going to be more of the men's strong suit than on the women's side, but I think we need to see what people have in regards to depth. And we can't use what they ran in the 60 to determine a 4x1. And I think indoors, I thought it was going to be Arkansas running away, but I don't even know what Arkansas can really fully do yet because they haven't been able to do it. They ran a B team at the championship meet, technically won, but there was some jostling and some bumping and disqualification happened. But I think outdoors we're really going to see what this team is made of, and we may have a 321, 320 team on our hands. But I don't want to put that out there yet because we can't ignore what South Carolina can do. We haven't seen a fully strength Florida team, even though they look not to be as good as they have been. But Coach Holloway will figure something out. We haven't really seen Texas at full strength. LSU, USC is now outdoors, which is where they're clearly stronger. We got to wait to see a little bit. I think come April we'll have a better picture, but right now we just don't. And I think relays are an event where you need to see what teams have before you can make a decision, even though this is the preview. Team title, we're not even going to discuss it because we don't know what everyone has just yet. However, I'm going to say we cannot ignore Arkansas or Florida again. They're going to probably be even stronger outdoors. And that's how they finished last year's championship, Arkansas, Florida. But again, we don't know what's full at LSU, Texas, USC. Remains to be seen. We're looking forward to a great outdoor season. Granted, it's a little longer than indoors. However, I think that's what makes it more fun. There's a lot of great meets. I really, really wish that there'd be more camaraderie amongst the programs where they have conversations, where we're not seeing what we're going to see come the resurrection weekend, next weekend, where we're going to have the Florida relays, the Texas relays, the Raleigh relays, the Morehouse relays. Those are four great meets, and I hate that they're all in one weekend. They really should be split up. So, but that's my opinion, and that's our video. We will talk again. We'll do a preview. Again, I said this in the last video. The comments are open. Again, I apologize. I did not know that, but they are open. I would like your feedback. Please like, share, subscribe, and any feedback you provide, whether positive or negative, will be received. As always, thanks for your support, and I will speak to you next time.